A woman's face is actually a silent witness to everything she has experienced. Her smiles, her disappointments, her losses and her gains, they all leave a mark. As time passes, we look at these marks and say, "I'm not the same as I used to be." Yet the secret of beauty lies precisely here, because maturity is not a loss, it is a transformation. Every line, every changing tone, every silence, they are all a story that has brought you to today. It's time to look in the mirror, not to search for youth, but to see your reborn self. Years may change the skin, but they cannot erase elegance, because beauty actually blossoms again the moment you accept yourself. That's why you need simple but conscious habits, not expensive creams. Looking at your eyes a little more gently, touching your skin with compassion, healing yourself with silence. These are not just care, but a woman's loyalty to herself. True beauty is not for others to see. It is for feeling peace in your own soul. Now, when you look in the mirror, realize that the sparkle that seems to have left you is actually still there. Because beauty does not disappear, it just waits to be remembered. If you are truly ready to change, write only this in the comments: "True beauty begins within me." When you write this, your subconscious will choose renewal over aging. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Do a facial steam bath once a week. With age, the skin does not renew itself as quickly as it did in youth. Pores clog more easily, dullness increases, and blood circulation slows down. A steam bath is one of the simplest yet most effective natural methods to help the skin breathe. The steam's warmth gently opens pores, removing dirt, makeup residue, and oil build up from the surface. This helps the skin appear brighter and fresher. In addition, steam accelerates microcirculation in the skin, creating a natural blush or vitality effect, like an inner glow. This small ritual, performed once a week, is not just skin cleansing, it is also mental cleansing. Slowing down your breathing while watching the steam rise also lightens your emotions. Adding a few drops of lavender oil or chamomile during this time both calms the nervous system and provides the skin with a natural antioxidant effect. To reduce the effects of stress on the skin in particular, think of the steam bath as a weekly reset, because stress is the quietest cause of wrinkles. The most important step after a steam bath is to nourish the skin properly. Applying a light moisturizer or natural oil, such as jojoba or argan, while the pores are open, allows the skin to lock in moisture. This makes the skin appear smoother, softer, and plumper. Moreover, this moment is one of the most elegant ways to be alone with yourself. The warmth of the steam works on your skin, and the warmth of silence works on your soul. Over time, you will notice that a steam bath changes not only your face, but your entire expression. When you look in the mirror, you will see a more rested, more peaceful, and younger face. Because beauty is not just an external effect. Regular care sends the message to your brain that I still care, and people bring beauty to everything they care about. See this ritual not as an obligation, but as a ceremony, because as that steam rises, you actually feel your own vitality, not the weight of the years. If you follow along, you will understand much more clearly how this cycle of beauty transforms into an inner transformation. 2. Support blood flow by massaging the scalp. As we age, hair strands become thinner, roots weaken, and hair loss becomes more noticeable. However, most people are unaware that the youthful appearance of hair is directly related not only to the products you use, but also to blood circulation in the scalp. Regularly massaging the scalp increases blood flow to the roots, nourishing them and allowing the follicles to receive more oxygen. This simple habit is actually a natural rejuvenation therapy against aging. because the better the circulation, the shinier and stronger the hair becomes. When massaging, using just your fingertips is sufficient. Nails should never be involved. The most effective method is to use a few drops of warm coconut oil, argan oil, or rosemary oil before showering and massage in circular motions. These movements warm the scalp, dilate the blood vessels, and trigger cell renewal. Additionally, this gentle touch stimulates nerve endings, increasing serotonin release, which benefits not only your hair, but also your mood. So this brief massage activates both beauty and happiness hormones simultaneously. Hair massage, when done regularly, changes not only the roots, but also the entire facial expression. This is because increased circulation in the scalp reduces tension in the forehead and relaxes the facial muscles. As a result, the skin looks more rested and the hairline becomes more vibrant. In the long term, this habit creates a natural rejuvenating effect that even expensive serums cannot provide. In fact, massage itself is an anti-aging formula. The only difference is that it's in your hands, not in a bottle. This ritual is not only a form of care, but also a practice of self-compassion, because touching your own hair is a way of valuing yourself. When you breathe life into your roots with the warmth of your hands, you unconsciously send yourself the message, "I'm still alive." This message is an effective youth code, both emotionally and physiologically. Your hair senses this and responds, becoming shinier, stronger, and silkier. Over time, you'll notice that hair massage changes not only your appearance, but also your energy, because there are dozens of nerve endings at the scalp. Touching them calms the mind, reduces anxiety, and even improves sleep quality. So view this ritual not just as care, but as a kind of meditation. With every touch, you are investing in both your hair and your inner peace. And if you're wondering how this small habit contributes to your body's overall rejuvenation process, be sure to stay tuned, because beauty is sometimes hidden not in big changes, but in the wisdom behind the smallest touches. 3. Make natural oils suitable for your skin part of your nighttime skincare routine. As skin ages, it loses its ability to retain moisture and its barrier weakens. This causes the skin to appear dull, tight, or bumpy, especially after the age of 40. This is where natural oils become a much more effective elixir of life than chemical-based creams. Plant extracts such as argan, jojoba, rosehip, or almond oil repair the skin's lipid layer and lock in moisture throughout the night. This is because the skin repairs itself during sleep. When supported by the right oil, this renewal process doubles in speed. A few drops of oil applied before bed actually send a relaxation signal, not only to your skin, but also to your mind. When you gently massage your face with your fingertips, you stimulate not only blood circulation, but also emotional circulation. You push away the day's stress, resentments, and thoughts from your face with your fingertips. The scent of oils, especially when choosing types such as lavender or sandalwood, calms the nervous system and deepens sleep quality. So when you look in the mirror in the morning, you see not only softened skin, but also a calm face. The most impressive aspect of natural oils is that they indirectly support collagen production, which decreases with age. This is because cell renewal accelerates in moisturized, nourished skin. Rosehip seed oil, in particular, visibly reduces wrinkles with its vitamin A derivative. This small habit will make your facial features fuller and your skin tone more balanced in the long run. You can reverse that period when the light fades from your skin. The only requirement is consistency. The best part of this ritual is that every woman can create her own blend. Whether you use a single oil or mix a few drops, the important thing is to treat it not as a chore, but as a healing ceremony. Because skin recognizes emotions, a face touched with care slows down time. What your face remembers is not age, but attention, and like anything that receives attention, it becomes more beautiful. Over time, you will notice that this small nighttime routine cleanses not only your skin, but also your thoughts. As you nourish your face with oil, you are actually saying to yourself, "I valued myself today." This awareness creates a youthful energy that goes far deeper than outward appearance, because beauty comes not from creams, but from self-respect. And if you want to see how this natural routine creates a miraculous transformation in the skin, be sure to watch the rest of the video, because sometimes rejuvenation is not found in expensive products. It is simply hidden in the courage to touch your own face at night. 4. Make good posture a habit during the day. As time goes by, beauty is no longer just in the facial features, but is hidden in the posture of the body. Posture is both a person's physical and emotional map. When you slump your shoulders, not only does your skeleton look tired, but your spirit does too. Yet standing tall is a declaration of grace that defies gravity. Every time you remember your posture, you send your body the message, "I am still strong, I am still here." This message changes not only your appearance, but also your energy, because lifting your shoulders also lifts your spirit. Posture is the silent secret of youth. In old age, slouching changes facial expression as much as sagging skin. Tilting your head forward erases the jawline, makes the neck look short, and pulls the facial features down. But standing up straight not only improves physical balance, but also frames beauty. Even a posture correction made unconsciously in the mirror instantly makes you look younger and more elegant. Because your body language tells the world, "I still shine." To acquire this habit, it is enough to start with small steps. Every hour, pull your shoulders back, lift your chin slightly, straighten your back. It requires conscious effort at first, but over time, muscle memory kicks in. You no longer have to force yourself to stand up straight. Your body begins to carry its beauty naturally, because grace is not a learned posture, but a remembered one. Strengthening your posture is not just aesthetic, it also affects the health of your internal organs, the quality of your breathing, and even your tone of voice. A body that stands upright breathes more deeply. It speaks more calmly and confidently. Therefore, good posture is the key to both youth and health. Every time you look in the mirror, ask yourself, "How am I carrying myself right now?" The answer reveals your energy, not your age. A woman's upright walk is not a story of her past, but of her resilience. Because looking old is not about wrinkles, but about fatigue. The way to erase that fatigue is not to straighten your back, but to lift your heart. With every step, serve your own grace, not gravity. Let your beauty echo not only in your face, but in your walk. And if you're wondering how this small but miraculous habit reshapes your body, makes your face look younger, and boosts your energy, the rest of the video has some truly surprising tips waiting for you. 5. Get vitamin D with short walks in daylight. Over time, skin thins, muscles weaken, bone density decreases. But most women are unaware that at the heart of all these processes lies a single deficiency: vitamin D. This vitamin directly affects not only bones but also skin elasticity, mood, and immunity. A short 15 to 20-minute walk every day creates a much more powerful rejuvenating effect than expensive supplements. Getting out in the sun is not only a biological need, but also a way to recharge your spirit. Sunlight supports the body's collagen production, which maintains skin firmness. So in fact, every little walk outside slows down the aging process from within. Walking in the early morning or near sunset both protects against harmful UV rays and exposes the skin to the sun's most beneficial rays. This is nature's simplest, yet most miraculous youth formula. Walking is not only physical, but also emotional cleansing. With every step, the stress hormone cortisol decreases and serotonin levels increase. This instantly changes facial expression. A woman's energy is evident in her walk, because every body that connects with nature carries a refreshed spirit. Especially walking in a quiet park without a phone, surrounded only by the sounds of nature, resets the mind. Only a peaceful radiance remains. Vitamin D also reduces tone unevenness by supporting the skin's repair process. The skin gains a more balanced, vibrant color. Even dark circles under the eyes diminish because circulation improves. Regular exposure to sunlight brings back the vibrant expression that fades with age. You no longer look tired, but refreshed, because your body starts working with light again. This habit is invaluable not only for beauty, but also for overall health. It balances the heart rate, strengthens immunity, and even reduces the risk of depression. In short, a few minutes in nature both rejuvenates and calms you. Getting a little sun every day, at any age, is like being reborn. Remember, a woman doesn't get her glow from the creams she puts on her face, but from her steps in the sun. Every walk renews you both physically and spiritually, because true youth is hidden in a body that connects with nature. 6. Manage your emotions with grace, rather than suppressing them. As we age, our emotions deepen. While emotions such as anger, resentment, and jealousy linger briefly on our faces when we are young, with maturity these feelings settle into our facial expressions and even our skin texture. Managing your emotions with grace rather than suppressing them softens your facial expression and maintains your emotional balance, because every suppressed feeling eventually manifests itself somewhere else in the body, as a line, a tension, or fatigue. Grace is not emotionlessness, but the wise expression of emotions. A woman stays young not by controlling her emotions, but by managing them with compassion. When hurt, it is not silence but speaking at the right time and in the right tone. When angry, it is not exploding but calming down with breath that preserves beauty. This is not control, but mature awareness, because emotional balance is the most powerful beauty filter beneath the skin. The more peaceful you feel, the more your face glows. This habit is not only spiritual, but also biologically rejuvenating. In moments of calm, the body secretes less cortisol, which preserves collagen in the skin. In other words, inner balance is the foundation of outer appearance. At the end of the day, a woman whose face carries serenity rather than tension attracts attention, regardless of her age, because people are most drawn to the secure energy that comes from emotional stability. Suppressing your emotions hardens you, but recognizing and directing them refines you. Not taking every event personally, not viewing every silence as a threat, frees your heart from a defensive state. This gives your face a natural softness, a glow of peace. Even wrinkles on an elegant woman's face appear like wisdom, because she carries her emotions with delicacy. Emotional elegance is the deepest form of beauty, because true beauty lies in the power to control not your reactions, but your lack of reaction. The calmer a woman becomes, the more attractive she becomes. This has nothing to do with age, but with awareness. Remember, the most effective way to rejuvenate your face is to not tire your heart. When you experience every emotion like a dance, not a battle, even time respects your grace. 7. Increase blood circulation with a 5-minute facial massage every morning. The most important thing for maintaining youthful skin is a regular flow of oxygen and nutrients. However, as we age, our facial muscles become sluggish, circulation slows down, and the skin takes on a natural dullness. A 5-minute facial massage every morning is the most natural and effective way to reverse this process. Massage revitalizes not only the skin, but also the underlying muscles. This makes facial features more defined, reduces puffiness, and gives the skin a natural glow. In fact, this 5-minute touch gives your face an energy shield for the rest of the day. The most effective technique during massage is to make gentle circular movements with your fingertips, starting from the cheekbones and moving towards the temples, then the forehead and jawline. This both accelerates blood flow and supports lymphatic drainage. Performing this massage in the morning upon waking, in particular, reduces puffy under eyes and instantly makes the face appear more refreshed. Using cold fingertips or a massage tool, such as a gua sha or roller, enhances the effect, as the cold slightly constricts the blood vessels, giving the skin a firmer appearance. The best part of this habit is that it creates a sense of freshness not only on the skin but also in the mind, because when you massage, oxygen flow increases and a wake-up signal is sent to the brain. Your eyes open, your facial muscles relax, and you feel more resilient to the stress of the day. This 5-minute touch is actually a kind of morning meditation. Each touch sends the message, "I am here for myself today," to both your cells and your consciousness. In the long run, this habit visibly changes the structure of your skin. A face that is regularly massaged becomes firmer, brighter, and smoother. Even makeup blends more easily because the skin regains its vitality. Blood circulation, the foundation of beauty, becomes active again. And this is a much more effective secret to youth than expensive creams. Facial massage is not just a treatment. It is a way to gracefully embrace aging, because this habit allows you to live in harmony with time rather than trying to stop it. As the warmth of your hands works into your skin, the fatigue of the years flows away from your fingertips. Beauty begins again here, in the touch, in the awareness, in those quiet 5 minutes you set aside for yourself. When you perform this small ritual every morning, you will notice that your skin not only looks younger, but also more vibrant. Because youth is not a cream, it is a ritual, and you can create it every morning with your hands. 8. Choose silk or satin pillowcases. Throughout the night, your skin and hair are exposed to much more friction than you might think. Cotton pillowcases, no matter how clean, absorb your skin's natural oils and cause microscopic irritation with every movement. This manifests as dryness, wrinkles, and dullness in the morning. Silk or satin pillowcases, on the other hand, allow your skin to glide smoothly. This reduces both hair breakage and facial lines. It's like sleeping in a beauty center every night, but in your own home, on your own pillow. A silk pillowcase is not just a luxury, it is a scientifically proven soothing agent. It preserves the skin's moisture, reduces facial muscle tension, and provides a more rested appearance in the morning. This difference is especially noticeable for women going through menopause, as hormonal changes cause the skin to become drier. Silk's natural protein structure supports the skin without irritating it. It is also perfect for sensitive skin thanks to its anti-allergic properties. So what truly beautifies beauty sleep is not just sleeping, but what you sleep on. This small change makes a difference that will surprise you when you look in the mirror in the morning. Your hair will be less frizzy, and your skin will look smoother. The puffiness under your eyes will decrease because your face has rested in a more comfortable position throughout the night. In fact, the silk pillowcase allows your face to rejuvenate even while resting throughout the night. This difference becomes noticeable in your skin's texture within a few weeks. Another beautiful aspect is that this ritual makes you feel special, because the texture of silk affects not only your skin, but also your consciousness. Taking such care of yourself at night creates a feeling of self-respect that comes from within in the morning. You're not just sleeping, you're investing in yourself. This awareness alone changes your skin's energy. The silk pillowcase is a silent beauty secret. It doesn't speak, but it works for you every night. Waking up with a brighter face each morning is not just about genetics, but also about the fabric you touch at night. A small change can gently turn back the years. And if you want to learn how these elegant yet effective details preserve beauty as you age, the rest of the video reveals other habits that will truly surprise you. Don't look away, because what follows touches much deeper than appearance. 9. Simplify your makeup and focus on a glowing complexion. Over time, heavy makeup does nothing but hide beauty. Foundation that settles into fine lines, matte powders, or dark eyeshadows make the skin look tired, not youthful. Yet with age, the key to beauty is no longer about concealing, but illuminating. A light BB cream, a thin layer of foundation applied with a damp sponge, a hint of color on the cheeks, a vibrant yet natural tone on the lips. This is the most elegant makeup formula for mature skin. Makeup should no longer be a mask, but a touch that brings out radiance. Since the skin texture is now thinner, too much product weighs down the face. Highlighting the right points with less product saves time and brings back naturalness. Lightly dabbing a luminous highlighter on the cheekbones instantly creates a youthful effect. Because radiance suggests moisture in the skin, that means vitality. The goal in this type of makeup is not to conceal, but to create radiance. Additionally, simple makeup makes facial features appear more refined. Attention shifts from lines to expression. People remember you for your energy, not how you wear your makeup. Showing your skin's natural tone takes courage. But this courage is the most beautiful freedom that comes with maturity. It's no longer about looking perfect, but about feeling alive. This simplification is also a mental simplification. Being able to say, "I am beautiful with less today" in front of the mirror every morning is a great awareness, because beauty now comes from simplification, not embellishment. A radiant but calm, natural but powerful look. This is the true aesthetic that comes with age. Don't try to erase years of experience from your face. Simply complement it with light, elegance, and self-confidence. Creating more impact with fewer products is the quiet power of a mature woman. And one day you will realize naturalness attracts more attention than even the most expensive makeup. 10. Stay silent from time to time and detox emotionally. As people age, the noise around them doesn't decrease, it increases. Everyone talks, everything demands attention, your mind never rests. But the deepest source of beauty is actually silence. When you are silent from time to time, you distance yourself not only from people, but also from emotional exhaustion. This is not an escape. It is a cleansing. Silence allows you to hear your heartbeat again, because someone who talks constantly cannot hear themselves, yet beauty returns the moment you start to hear yourself. Emotional detox is not about not crying or suppressing your feelings. On the contrary, it means sitting gently with your emotions, making room for them. In moments of silence, the thoughts that accumulate in your mind dissipate like polluted air. This is an unnoticed rejuvenation. As stress hormones decrease, facial muscles relax, and the tension in the skin eases. In that moment you realize beauty begins not only with creams, but with inner silence. Setting aside a few hours of silence each week refreshes both the spirit and facial expression. Being alone in a music-free, phone-free environment with a cup of herbal tea, this is the luxury of the modern age. When you detox emotionally, your brain hits the reset button. Thoughts become simpler, your inner dialogue slows down. This is reflected in both your skin and your energy, because the calmer the mind, the more peaceful the face appears. The power of this silence lies in beautifying solitude. Some people fear silence because they avoid hearing themselves, yet wisdom sprouts in that silence. Every time you are silent, your emotions become clearer. Who you are angry with, why you are sad, what you are carrying, all becomes visible. Everything that becomes visible begins to heal. And this healing is even reflected in your skin. True beauty is not found in crowds. It is hidden in the clarity of silence. Sometimes saying nothing at all is telling the whole world, I live in balance. At that moment, your beauty begins to shine not with makeup, but with your very being. 11. Reduce comparisons on social media. Connect with yourself in the mirror. The most invisible poison of the modern world is constant comparison. Every image you scroll past whispers a feeling of inadequacy. You should be like that too. But with age, the secret to beauty is no longer looking at others, but at yourself. When you look in the mirror, you must learn to see not flaws, but a story. Because true beauty lies not in others' filters, but in the sincerity of your face. The social media screen is temporary, but the gaze in the mirror is real. There are no algorithms there, only you. Comparing yourself unconsciously stresses your body and soul. This increases cortisol levels, causing dullness, wrinkles, and fatigue in the skin. On the other hand, a mind that accepts itself sends a signal of peace to the body. This restores the skin's natural glow. Looking in the mirror every morning and saying, "Today I am me," calms the nervous system and rebuilds self-confidence. Because beauty comes not from looking perfect, but from accepting yourself. Connecting with yourself means looking in the mirror not to criticize, but to give thanks. Being able to say, I thank my body that works for me today. My heart that carries me is even more powerful than the elixir of youth. This awareness immediately reflects on your face. After a while, the woman in the mirror no longer looks tired, but wise. Because when you stop judging yourself, you begin to notice your beauty. Making eye contact with yourself in the mirror every day is a form of meditation. The phrase, I am enough, I am still beautiful, initiates the deepest change in the subconscious. The body believes it, the soul adapts to it, and the face expresses it. You, not social media, set your own standard, and that standard is more real than any algorithm can measure. Remember, beauty is not in the eyes of others, but in how you see yourself. Filters are temporary, but confidence is permanent. True youth lives in a woman who can look at her reflection with kindness, and you can recreate that every morning. 12. Constantly rediscovering yourself. Aging is not about ending, it's about transforming. Yet when most people reach a certain age, they fixate on who they think they are, declaring, "This is who I am." However, the most captivating form of beauty lies in the woman who dares to change. Rediscovering yourself could mean learning a new language, changing your style, trying a new hobby, or even just starting a different morning routine. These small innovations increase dopamine production in the brain, which refreshes both your energy and your appearance. Because stagnation ages you, while curiosity rejuvenates you. Every new discovery even reflects on your skin. Because learning is not just a mental process, it changes your body's chemistry. When you do something new, your brain creates new synapses and begins to behave like a young nervous system. This enhances sleep quality, focus, and happiness hormones. The skin looks more radiant, and facial expressions become more lively. So, change is not just an internal renewal, it is biological rejuvenation. Rediscovering yourself also means letting go of the weight of the past. The phrase, "I am no longer who I used to be," is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. Because with every rebirth, a part of the past dies, but it is replaced by a freer version of yourself. As you age, beauty no longer emanates from the skin, but from this freedom. With every new attempt, every change, you send yourself this message: I am still learning, I am still feeling. And this is a light even stronger than youth. This process is not about being perfect. It is about staying alive, trying new things, not being afraid to make mistakes, taking risks. All of these reconnect you to life, because innovation is exercise for the soul. Just like muscles, it atrophies when not used, but it regains strength with every small step. Beauty is reborn, not on the surface, but within this movement. The most beautiful thing about discovering yourself is that it never ends. A new version of you awaits at every age, a new smile, a new style, a new light. Beauty is actually a spirit that does not resist change, and one day you will realize youth passes, but the desire to renew yourself never leaves you. True beauty is not about racing against time, it is about being able to be reborn with it. Because a woman who constantly discovers herself never ages. She only becomes deeper, more elegant, more impressive. Becoming beautiful is no longer about looking young, but about turning back to yourself. Every habit, be it a steam bath, a facial massage, or a few minutes of silence, carries the same message. I still value myself. Because a woman gives life to everything she cares about, most of all, herself. Now, when you look in the mirror, you will see wisdom, not wrinkles. You will remember that youth is not in the face, but in the awareness, and perhaps at that moment, you will realize that the beauty you have been searching for all these years is already within you. It was always there, just waiting for you to touch it, and that touch is far more powerful than any cream, color, or mirror. Because in that moment, you reconnect with yourself. You no longer rely on others' approval, but on your own inner voice. This awareness adds grace to your walk, softness to your voice, and depth to your gaze. Beauty is no longer a race, but a balance. With every breath, every habit, every morning glance in the mirror, a new you is born. A more peaceful, more vibrant, more authentic you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care of yourself, and see you in the next video. Remember, a woman is the person with the power to change the world. Boldly forge your own path and savor every moment.